Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas.
Okay, so as I was putting up the ornaments, I've been doing a lot of these from Heart of Christmas. They're my favorite line. They're by Ken Han. I hope I'm saying that right, but as I was looking at some of these, like this one is like the Santa Magic Key, and it comes with a little note. It says, "A part of Christmas, welcome Santa to our home, but we don't have a chimney for you to slide down. Santa, this key is just for you. Please open the door and walk through. We're just one stop in your busy night. Take a rest before your flight. We're thankful for the gifts you bring. We love you, Santa. Safe traveling." Isn't that adorable? I love Ken Han. I wish she still made these. She doesn't make them anymore.
Lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace.
So for this next part, I want to show you guys what I got for Christmas. So these are the different things that I've just kind of purchased as we were getting into the month of December, and it really all kicked off. You see me keep looking over. I have a cat running around a lot, so forgive me. I'm just making sure she doesn't get into too much trouble. So when it came time, coming close to Christmas, I went over to the library just to return a couple of books, when I didn't realize they were having a Christmas bazaar, and they had Christmas ornaments, and they had books that were for sale, and apparently, according to the librarian, they had found a storage unit that they could buy stuff out of that had like a crazy ton of ornaments in them. So it was really fun just to be able to look around and see the different, there's so many things to get involved in, little one. Just to be able to like take a look around and see the different ornaments, but especially it was the books that caught my attention this year. Yes? Are you wanting to be in your video too? No, I think I'll go play, Mom. Okay. Go on then. So, let's first go ahead and let's kick off to talk about the Christmas books. This one was the original story of Santa Claus, and it's not really, I think, the original story of Santa Claus. I think it's just done with a really fun spin, but it's got all these illustrations illustrations just showing like how Santa Claus worked in the science classroom and how he fell in love with Mrs. Claus, who worked over in the sewing department. And what stood out to me is, as it's going through, it's a rather detailed story for a children's book, but what stood out to me is that it's going through the story of how they end up as teachers, becoming Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus, and then how they end up at the North Pole. And so I'm only like a couple pages in, but it's actually really amusing. But this one thing that stood out to me is they've created their villain in the story, and he's all into selfishness and taking, and his name is Candle Snuffer. In payment of his services, he steals their good pen and pencil. If you have ever found you are getting a little selfish or gloomy come Christmas time, you'll probably find your good pen or pencil is gone too. So, that is to say he hates Santa Claus, because Santa Claus is all into giving and Candle Snuffer is all into selfishness. I think these kind of tales are kind of amusing when you're just wanting to, like, I don't know, get into the Christmas spirit without having a long read. So far, I would have to say this one is gearing up to be a really huge read. The next one that I got is Letters from Father Christmas. Look at that. I love that detail in the embossing, and that was just a bunch of cats that just knocked down the camera. So I love this kind of detail. What this was, and I'll read it to you. So the idea behind this is that J.R.R. Tolkien, he wrote letters to his children by Father Christmas, and that he wrote it, I believe, until one of the children were even 20 years old, and he progressively added to the story every single year. So it'll show all the letters. I'll open it up and show it to you. So the letters that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to his kids, and then what will happen is because sometimes it's a little hard to decipher what it's saying, they'll just like translate what the letter said, and he would get really creative. Like, he would write the letters in like squiggly handwriting, and then there's a certain portion, let's see if I can find it. My dear John, it's very cold today and my hand is very shaky. I am 1924, no, 7 years old on Christmas Day. Lots older than your great-grandfather, so I can't stop the pen wobbling. But I hear you are getting so good at reading that I expect you to be able to read my letter. And it goes on, but he creates just this idea of this tale for the kids. He draws pictures for them of the North Pole, and then when Santa Claus is too busy to write, then the kids got this fatter handwriting, because that's when Santa Claus would enlist help from the great polar bear. So, I'm really amused by this. I love the dedication that this parent had to writing to their kids every single year. So, this I think is going to be a little token to be able to enjoy this year. This one caught my eye. I am still trying to grasp what this one is. I haven't been able to really get in and start reading it just yet, but it's The Flight of Reindeer and the true story of Santa Claus and his Christmas mission, and it's by Robert Sullivan. So what immediately caught my eye, you guys, is like when you go in here, it's got all these like gorgeous drawings. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. But then when you get more into the book, what interests me is it talks about certain locations. It's very specifically, of course, talks about like the North Pole, different people's sightings. It's just so amusing. I really think this one is going to be a lot of fun, but I really don't know what to expect out of this one. This one just caught my eye because of the original artwork that's inside. This next one I picked up had to do with like Christmas traditions. So like it has to do with like keepsakes, it has to do with like traditions, and I don't know you guys, but I struggle to be able to figure out what are some good traditions that Justin and I can incorporate. but this book has some really unique ideas inside. So I was just flipping through here, and one of the ones that had stood out to me was the Progressive Mug Party. And it's a delightful way to celebrate the holidays with your neighbors to organize a progressive mug party, as it says. Each person brings a favorite Christmas mug, and prizes are awarded for the biggest, prettiest, the funniest, and the most unusual. At the first, house appetizers are served, and partygoer mugs are filled with choice of eggnog or hot chocolate. The second stop is for salad, and a hearty soup entree and baskets of crusty French bread awaits the hungry guests at the third house. So that makes sense. So every house hosts a different meal, so everyone just progressively goes from one house to the next. It says, last of all of this is yummy dessert. Place a brownie in the bottom of each mug. Next, add a cup of peppermint ice cream. Drizzle with chocolate syrup and top with a dollop of ice cream. End the evening with a round of Christmas carols. To all a good night. I like the originality of the traditions and the keepsake ideas that are in this book, and I'm really excited to see if there's something I could pull out, especially for this year. The next one is going to be the Christmas list. It's all about like this bad guy who does a really wrong deed and how he reads his own obituary in the newspaper and changing his ways. So I'm really intrigued with this read. I think it's going to be a really good one to be able to dive in for this Christmas. Next, we have some items that I picked up at the library's Christmas Bazaar. Look at this. Isn't that cool? I got it for $3 and it still has the tag on it. Look, $3. That pattern. That's so cute. I got this Christmas plate. I got it for like only a couple dollars. It's got two people in a horse-drawn sleigh with a really Christmassy house and Christmas trees around it, like a plate of goodies on it. I think that's just so cool. I love it. This next one, I am stoked. I have wanted something like this for a long time, just for like a decorating purposes, just for like being able to serve food in an aesthetically pleasing way. I'm really excited about it. Okay, so this is what I got. I'm gonna show it in its full glory. Okay. Look what I got! I got it for $10 at the Christmas Bazaar. And so this is the game plan. This is the kind of thing I've always wanted to do, something like this. Yes, if you make a cake, it's gonna look cute in there. One of the things I wanted to do is, if you like see on Etsy, people will make like fake food, like really pretty fake food that then you can style and use it as part of your decorations. That's something I've really wanted to do. But the other thing is, my mom had this cool idea that I just might do this year, and she was, you could put snow at the base and then put like some snowmen around, and then like make like a little, like put a house and some snowmen, make a little village scene. So I might sign up for that this year. This, look at the detail. I love that. Oh my gosh, thrifting finds are the best. I think we're done with what we found for the library bazaar. The next one are just a couple of things that I got for Christmas. I got Kiki some sweaters. I also got this one in red, and you've already seen her in it. Absolutely adorable. I can't wait to see her in the blue one. Okay, the next one, I gotta show this to you guys. I have bought so many of these because I just think they're so cute and they're so cool. I got them at Costco. I bought 3 of them now. I bought one for myself, one for my sister-in-law, and one for a white elephant. I would buy more if I could go back and do it. I think they're so cool. Look at this. Isn't that cute? There was one with gnomes and one with gingerbread, so I got like a proper amount of both, and I just think they're so cute. And last, but certainly not least, of our treasured Christmas finds is a book I rented from the library. And it is one that is based off a true story among one of my favorite tales. Snowflake Bentley. Snowflake Bentley was a real character in history. His name was Wilson Bentley. And if we take a look into this lovely little children's book, we'll see where it all begins, in which Wilson Bentley was born February 9th, 1865, in a farm in Jericho, Vermont. This area is the snow belt, where the annual snowfall is 120 inches. But you know what? Before we get too much into the story, I really think we're gonna need some snow. Don't you? Alright, let's get going.
From a young age, this explorer thrived on studying nature, but nothing compared to Wilson Bentley's love affair with the water wonders of the atmosphere. Wilson Bentley's mother gifted him a microscope, to which he used to study all things in nature, very specifically with his fascination with snow. Now, his neighbors, family, and friends often found him to be very strange, especially in Vermont, where snow was just about as common as dirt. This young man would use each winter as an opportunity to draw hundreds of snowflakes. And as many attempts as he would make, the beautiful designs would always melt before he'd have a chance to finish his drawing. As an adult, Wilson Bentley's parents actually purchased a camera for him with a built-in microscope. This was perfect for being able to go on with his passion of studying the snowflake. Completely dedicated to his work, this man would spend hours in a cold shed with the effort and the attempts to capture the masterpiece of design in a photographic form. He would go on to discover that the branches on the snowflake would vary in shapes based on certain variables, such as temperature, moisture, and wind. This is what led him to soon learn and eventually share with the world that no two snowflakes are alike. Despite being unappreciated for his work, Wilson Bentley eventually ended up getting recognized. He would travel to faraway scholars to give speeches and presentations on snow and his favorite, the snowflake. When it came to family and friends, his neighbors even would end up coming over to his house in the evenings, where he would host an evening slideshow with all these wonderful masterpieces. He would hang a sheet on a clothesline and he would project his images onto the sheet. Now, when it comes to Wilson Bentley, we can effectively say he had an absolute fascination with the snowflakes, being so dedicated to his work that he never missed a single chance to be able to get out in a blizzard, because every blizzard, as he considered it, had hidden treasures that were falling down from the sky. And if he wasn't out there, they would melt and be gone forever. Now, I have to say that Wilson Bentley's pretty amazing for spending hours out in the cold, so dedicated to capturing these wonderful small pieces of beauty. But for me, I have to say I'm ready to go in and get warm. So let's go inside for more of the activities.
Merry Christmas! Ah! Alright, show me your outfit.
Your chin up. Forward more. You're good looking up at the sky. You're so cute. You're so cute. I like it.
I got my sponsored by Mother. I got my ugly sweater on with the vest from my mom. And I got my little jeans all paired together. And we're ready for a Christmas party.
Going for the win.
I don't think I'm gonna win. Thanks.
She staged it where she found out ahead of time of what people were bringing to the party. And so my aunt made these little cute cards. And so then people know in general where to put their dish. And then she organized it by categories. So this is obviously your dessert section. Look, that is so cute. Right in front of the gingerbread man. That's so cute. I love it. And then over here, you have your side dish section. Someone's bringing Christmas Brussels sprouts, and they know exactly where to put their category. Everyone has an opportunity to win a prize on who is best in their category. I am competing with the Baja Holiday Chicken is mine, which is this. And then they had this great idea of getting these little cups for everyone, so they get to be able to take these home. And then what happens is it also is a nice seal, so in case anyone drops their cups or anything like that, there's no chance of it staining on the carpet. They got their assortment of drinks and water, and this one will be filled with ice. And then it's got your utensils and everything that you would need. Oh, parm bites. Oh, those sound so good. And then cheesy bread. Everything's still wrapped up. We're a little early before everyone comes. I don't know if I'll catch a lot of footage of the whole event, but at least I'll show you the whole setup that they have for the house. So this is the living room. We got Christmas music going on in the background. This is a big tip. Have music going on in the background with a party, because otherwise it can, if there's lulls in conversations, it can have that awkward silence. People feel more comfortable talking if there's music in the background. That's going to be able to make them just feel more relaxed, like not every conversation's being heard. And this, look how cute this is. Look at how she does this to cover any items behind the ottoman. I mean, that's so smart. It's so creative. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started.
We're recording.
Okay, so cool. Wilson Bentley's hardcore, man. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Despite